Ain't back in the kitchen with your favorite chef. I'm excited right now. I'm very, very excited. Okay? Chef Vonsean, I'm working things. I was telling you all about the apparel. I was telling you all about the different things that I have been working on. And I apologize for starting late, but hey, it's been a journey trying to get a few of these things figured out. So in the process, that's what it's all been about. I've been trying to make sure that I had you all nice together, nice and elegant. So I got a few of my apparel. Thanks to my graphic design artist, Marissa Mange. Thank you, Marissa Mange, Blue Flame Graphics. My brother Jay, he came up with this logo. Jay, Green Out Assassin. Shout out to THP. That's still home for me, baby. THP. Shout out to my brother Jay. He created the logo. But I have this beautiful graphic design artist that I work with. Her name is Marissa Mange. She has so many different great ideas. She's gonna come up with my logo for my kitchenware as well as my cologne and shoes. So yeah, Marissa Mange, thank you. That's Blue Flame Graphics for you all. Hold up, let me take off some of this apparel. So like this, what I was trying to explain to you all, these were some of the things that's gonna be coming out, Chef Vonsean. Yeah, so you all, yeah, I told you, stay tuned in, because I'm telling you, we're going places. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? But yeah, so my brother Jay, he came up with this beautiful design for me. Thank you, brother. But Marissa Mange, this is my graphic design artist. She has a beautiful idea. She came up with that Chef Vonsean experience. She came up with that logo. That's actually going to be how when you go to your Roku channel, you're going to have to go, you're going to see that. That's not an actual business card. My mother thought it was a business card. Shout out to my mama. Hey, mama. And my daddy, Joanne. Say his name, put some respect on it. But yeah, so you're going to be on the Roku channel, and that's where you're going to be able to find Chef Vonsean. That's what the Chef Vonsean experience is about. That's a tag where you're going to be able to find me on the Roku channel, and that will be Smile World TV. Smile World TV. And they also have this non-profit organization. It's a magazine. It's called Junior Billionaire Magazine. These people, they're also working with Chef Vonsean. They're going to put me on the cover of it, give me a few articles. You know how it be. I mean, hey. But yes, if you all are invested, someone had mentioned something about wanting to know about companies where they could potentially invest into their kids. This is one company. The owner of this particular company, her name is Lexi Williams, beautiful queen. She is involved in a ton of things. I mean, I can't even give you her whole job description. She's just in tune with a lot. That's why she's helping Vonsean, Chef Vonsean. But she has this nonprofit organization magazine, this Junior Billionaire Magazine, and this is where you can go to be able to potentially invest into your kings and queens. If you want them to be able to display their talents and get out there, she's very connected. She's very connected. This is a beautiful queen to get a hold of. So hopefully you all got that phone number and contact information. That's Junior Billionaires Magazine, and this Marissa Mange. She does graphic design. Her company is Blue Flame Graphics. You can find that at Facebook as well as Instagram. Yeah, so you all, hey, thanks for tuning in. Like I was telling you all about my apparel, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Chef Vonsean. So I asked you all, did you have you ever had pizza puffs? And I was just making some on the fly. But what I'm really gonna make for you all tonight is gonna be beef ribs and roasted potatoes. And then I'm also gonna make some fried cabbage just to put a little vegetable in it. I shouldn't fry it, but hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it? How everybody doing? Is the music okay? How you doing, Miss Strader? How you doing, Aaliyah Brown? How you doing? How you doing, beautiful queen? How you doing, Mrs. D? How you doing, beautiful queen? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, look, D, this is the apparel that I have been speaking about, Chef Vonsean. So, Chef Vonsean, we're going places, D. So, when you tune in, you can let Chef Vonsean know when you want your apron. Okay, so now you can officially be in the kitchen with yours truly, Chef Vonsean. Won't he do it? Won't he do it, D? Won't he do it? Huh? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right, everybody, I appreciate that. Janice Woody, I appreciate that. Miss Chanel, I appreciate that. All you beautiful queens, I appreciate it. Yes, this is the apparel. This is some of the apparel. I got some kitchenware on its way, some cologne, just shoes, bow ties, pocket squares, Chef Vonsean. I'm gonna give you the Chef Vonsean experience. Make sure you get your king one of these aprons, and you get you two one, queen. Huh? Won't he do it? So look, the pizza puffs. All I did was I had made some tacos the other day. Now mind you, this is gonna be an experiment. We're gonna start this off with an experiment. I was experimenting. I was like, well, I wanna make some pizza puffs from scratch. So all I did was take some flour tortillas. I already had some tacos that I had cooked off, taco meat cooked off from the other day. All I did was just put a nice fair amount of meat in there, some cheese, and then put it and flipped it in a nice good egg wash, and that way hopefully it's gonna hold when I drop it in the grease. Now this grease, piping hot, okay? Burning hot. All that follow me, you all know that I go into my food thermometer and can just try to regulate the temperatures, but with this, with these pizza puffs, they're already cooked off. We're just finna pretty much fry off the tortilla shells. So I did this, I started it early, so therefore that didn't take up too much time. I'm sure I took up too much time trying to give you all the news. Yeah, so basically all I did with that was put them in the egg wash, fold them up. Now we're gonna experiment and see whether or not they're gonna stick. Hopefully they stick. Mind you, hey, as Chef Vonsean, I was just thinking in my mind, so I want you all to see sometimes if you're at home, how you could just potentially think about something and just run with it. I mean, if you can afford to do it, I mean, you know, but I'm just saying, I know sometimes it's not that way, but hey, you got a little taco meat. I mean, now mind you, that's a little pizza puff. We could have just did pepperonis, a little marinara in it, and really just made like some mozzarella, or did played around with different things. We used to make these things in school. They were called it's a Spanish dish. Someone help me. Someone out there help me. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Hayes? How you doing, beautiful queen? How you doing, Monet? How you doing? All right, Miss Richards. Listen, Miss Richards, you know I always appreciate you, queen. Tune it in. This is that apparel I was speaking about, Miss Richards. Okay. Is pink? I can't think of the names right now. I'm usually can't believe it's a Brazilian dish. It's I can't think of it. What is it called? I'm gonna get it. Just give me a second. So basically, like I told you, egg wash, folded it up. I've already got cooked off meat inside of it. We're just gonna deep fry it. So this soaked in the egg wash. So we finna experiment and see if this is gonna stick. Okay. Now this grease is over. Okay. That's the reason why I'm experimenting with it, because you can see it's black as that thing, and. But won't he do it? Hey, we just trying before we just throw anything out, we're just gonna experiment a little bit, okay? All right. Like we getting it, it's floating. It's floating. All right. See, the grease so hot we shouldn't have to keep. Oh, it's stuck. Okay, good. Ooh, okay. Oh, this month he tried to bust on me. Oh. Slow down. Don't get that aggressive. Getting a little too aggressive. But see, hey, we good. See, won't he do it? Won't he do it? But as you can see, I mean, with that egg wash, all we really wanted to do was make sure we cooked it off to make sure we ain't get no salmonella. But yeah, so here you go. That's a pizza puff. That right there is a pizza puff, ladies and gentlemen. Mind you, if I wouldn't have had the grease up so high, we could have even sat it in there a little longer. But hey, that's nice and pretty. So this a piece of puff. All I did, like I said, was take a tortilla shell, got me an egg wash, and on both ends of it, got the egg wash so I can get it a little loose. Put a fair amount of meat in there, like I said, some cheese. Now, mind you, me, I would have preferred to like add different things just to kick it off, but I just wanted to keep it simple for you all to know. So we're gonna do that again. Won't he do it? I like that. Came together. There's also, we could have did so much with this. Don't bust on me. Let me get this so I can make sure you all seeing this correctly. Flip that over, all right. And mind you, I done cut the grease off because it was so hot. So I'm just saying, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, your grease temperatures are very important. But in this case, you can see how burnt my grease already is. That's why I don't like using, you watched the tutorial yesterday, I used the egg wash to finish off that, let me flip that back over one more time. So yeah, but it's getting better. Now I don't got to worry about it burning off so fast either. Yeah, nice golden brown deliciousness. All right. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Although that grease was burned, I still was able to get that. Now, mind you, that's just because I cut it off. At this point, let's go ahead and get these all going so I can get this other dish going for you all. All right. You with Chef Vonsean. Make sure you get some of these aprons and hats and mittens. I got it all. I'm finna have knives, kitchenware. They believe in Chef Vonsean. I want to make sure that my kings and queens that they believe in me too. I believe in you all. That's why I make sure I'm here every day for you all to try to come up with something new, to give you all something we could just do in the house. While you're just sitting in the house during this pandemic, I just want to give you some just culinary ideas. I just thought I could wake up one day and say, hey, let me give the people that's out here in the pandemic just some ideas they can probably do instead of running to the store. So basically, like I said, these were flour tortillas, dipped them in a good egg wash, filled it with the ground beef that I had already cooked off. But this could have did anything. I could have put any, and mind you, it'd have been better if I used burritos. That way, I could feel even more. This also a good way you do chimichangas. This how you do chimichangas as well. So, mind you, but this got beef chorizo. This guy's ground beef in it, so I could have had green beans, different things in it to make it more of a burrito. But yeah, hey, these are basically pizza puff chimichangas at this point because this was a taco filling that I had from the other day, and I just didn't want it to go to waste. And then I'm finna throw the grease out, and I just didn't want it to go to waste. So without experimenting with something, because that's what we do in the kitchen. That's that magazine I was telling you all about. Junior Billionaire magazine, and this is also the graphic design artist. Her name is Marissa Manger. She's French. I went to a French school, and my French name is Francois. Chef Francois. That's where we get Vonsean. I can't make this stuff up. Y'all be thinking I make this stuff up. I'm serious. I was in French school. My French teacher, she told me my name in French would be Francois. Yeah, I speak a lot. I'm trilingual. Y'all saw me speak Spanish. That's a little French. Okay? Oui, oui. Won't he do it? What, we won't he? We won't he? No, but all right. So, for the dish that we're doing today, speed things up. You know how I get. So I have some beef ribs that I had already soaking in a marinade that I made. Who all out there? How you doing, Yanni? Oh, Queen. That's what. Hey, you caught me, Queen. Hey, thank you for tuning in. How you doing, Miss Gibbs? Brother Alexander. Hey, listen. I'm glad you tuning in. Hey, listen. You got to get you an apron, brother. Hey, and listen, because you be cooking. Make sure you get your Chef Vonsean apron, your Chef Vonsean apparel. Oh, and brother, listen. Got the Chef Vonsean mitts. Hey, I made sure I got these just for you. I know you gonna buy 10 of these because you kept trying to say the chef ain't got no mitts. I didn't. I kept grabbing stuff. Hey, won't he do it though? Won't he do it, Brother Reese? Huh? Won't he do it? Now, like I said, also be looking forward to some of my other kitchenware as well. We got a little cologne, you know what I'm saying? Chef Vonsean. Spray that on, big dog. Won't he do it? Now listen. So, mind you, get you that apparel, King. All right, now, I'm glad you tuned in because, hey, what's going on? Oh, Dante, hey, brother, hey, won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right. So, listen, everybody, Mrs. Lynette, hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Now, beef ribs, I already been having them soaking in the marinade. That was Worcester sauce. Put a little soy sauce in it, and then I just soaked it up with a few different spices. I had to get that going, so I wanted to make sure you all was, ready and prepared, okay? Chef Vonsean got you. So, I've already did that, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set those off, okay? And then I'm gonna put them in the pan, and then I'm gonna go to put some beef granulated seasoning inside. Then I'm gonna put just a tad bit of water. It would have been nice if I had some red wine. They also were talking about getting Chef Vonsean some red wine. Look forward to that too. We're gonna be cooking with that red wine, Chef Vonsean, and you know, in the future. And but today we're gonna use a little bit of granulated seasoning water, so therefore we can make sure we get these ribs nice and tender. So I'm gonna sear them off on the stove, then I'm gonna smack them in the oven, put them in the oven for a good about 45 minutes. But also, therefore, I'm gonna get my potatoes roasted off as well. So I already got my oven set at 350 degrees, so we sitting pretty. I'm gonna speed this up. I know y'all like, man, he taking a long time. I got you, because I know I got a few things I'm cooking off. So we're gonna have to really get it going. All right, so first thing first, let me set my temperatures at medium-high heat. I'm gonna set my temperatures at medium-high heat. Go ahead and put me some of this olive oil in there. Let's see what the chef doing. Your favorite chef, hey, thank you for tuning in with your favorite chef. Brother Wesley, how you doing? Hey, brother, listen, look at the logo. My brother Jed. Jed is the one who I kept saying, that's my brother who the one did the logo. Shout out to THP. He just got off his podcast. Leave it in the comments, brother. He has a podcast. It's 101. I don't want to quote the numbers, but it's 10 point something the beat. Jed, oh man, awesome DJ. DJ Jed, hey. You know, we got Reese watching, so we got THP on the line, brother, okay? THP is on the line. Won't he do it? But they thought we was done, Jed. Jed, we back at it, baby. So my brother Jed is the one who created the logo for me. Marissa Mange, she's the graphic design artist, like I was telling you all. But if you all want to get a logo, hey, you can go home with it, baby. Home is where it's always at. That's my brother Jed. All right. Thank you too, brother. Thank you, King. This one, iron sharpen iron. You see what I'm saying? I was trying to figure it out, and brother Jed came through. Do you all like that? If you like that, then get in tune with brother Jed. Brother Jed, that's Henry Wesley. All right. Got my temperature set at a medium-high heat. Okay. Should be sitting pretty. But you know what? I'm going to wait, because I wanted to make sure that it marched. And hey, for those that's tuning in, I have fried off some pizza puffs earlier, and I just made those from scratch. I was experimenting. So if you all didn't catch that part, go back to the beginning of this video, because I had made these from scratch, and I think it was an experiment for me. So if you've never made, if you never had pizza puffs, if you never had that, try it out. This is an awesome dish. And then it's also something you could have did an egg roll with this. You could have rolled this up and put cabbage and etc. in it, and you could have made an egg roll out of flour tortilla. This is nothing but a flour tortilla that I just rubbed in a good egg wash. That's why I was able to get it like that. It almost looked as if though it was a egg roll. So that's why I think sitting here doing that is why I came up with that. So, and then you can add fruits to that. You can make this out of a sweeter dish. I can add strawberries, peanut butter, cream cheese, anything. I can make this out of a dessert as well. This can go a lot of different ways. Chocolate, a lot of caramel. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. Who we got? Michael Pelzer. How you doing? Hey, beautiful queen, Dacia Garrett. How you doing, beautiful queen? I'm glad you are. Hey, queen, make sure you get you make sure you get you one of these Chef Vonsean aprons. Okay, queen? All right. Now, I done grabbed a few things, so I'm going to utilize my tongs and put these in. Okay. Well, that grease ain't where we want it yet. But won't he do it? I'm going to have to crank this up, because I know y'all like, this guy right here, we trying to see what's going on. I got you. All right, what we're doing tonight is beef ribs and roasted potatoes, okay? So, while that's still getting a little hot for me, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna need to get these roasted potatoes in the oven for you all, because I know that you can't have your meat without your potatoes. Ooh. So, okay, the Chef Vonsean gonna make sure that you get some yellow potatoes. And mind you, potatoes, consider your potatoes when you buy them, because yellow potatoes and red potatoes, they have a thinner skin, so they have more moisture, okay? So those would be more ideal for like a scenario like this. Now your russet potatoes, it has more starch, so it's thicker. So anytime you're trying to do different things, depending on what it is, mind you, if you want to create something out of potatoes and you need it to be stiff, of course we want to go with more starch. But if it's something that, you know, like mashed potatoes, where we needed to just be able to be smooth and welcoming. Okay, so therefore we utilize the yellow potatoes, okay? See, Chef Vonsean, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Now see, these would have been, like I said, I was gonna make you all mashed potatoes. I said it's gonna be a little easy. Most people don't even think to make roasted potatoes. But see, that's the reason why I like to keep going back to that, because that's not typically something that I go to either prior to going to school. But after coming out of school, that's when it was always one of my go-tos, especially with certain beef dishes. So instead of just giving you your typical mashed potatoes, I give you some roasted potatoes. Now mind you, back with our knife cuts, okay? So we don't want the product to be rolling around. So the first thing that we do is we get us a solid cut down the middle, so that way we get it flat, okay? I don't want to touch this again and get it poured down, but hey, if you've been following my videos, then you understand by now. Okay, now that grease is good. Right, so we want it flat, okay? Because if not, it's gonna be rolling around. So we cut it flat, and then that's how we dice it up, and then we go from there. Anytime you're dealing with a round product, you always wanna do that, okay? All right, and wash them hands. If you don't do nothing in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean, you better know by now, you better wash them hands. Because won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right. Let me get these going, because I know y'all like, look, Chef Vonsean, we ready. Now, mind you, this product that I have fried off, I got it sitting on my cutting board as well, but it's cooked off. So, you know, by me putting these raw products next to it, that's cross-contaminating. You do not want to be doing that. That's not ideal. But lucky for me, I'm only experimenting with these. I mean, the top one I probably try because it ain't touched nothing. But I'm very particular about cross-contamination because, one, I don't eat pork. And I hate when someone barbecue or something and put pork on the grill with my food. I'm like, oh, man, I told you I don't eat pork. They're like, man, it ain't, it's over there. Then they give me a pepperoni piece, like, all right, just pull the pepperoni off. No, we will not do that. No, we won't, not today. We won't be doing that. Nah, you have to take that off, brother. Chef Vonsean don't eat no swine, huh? Chef Vonsean don't eat no swine, huh? Y'all ever heard that joke from Bernie Mac? Hey, Bernie Mac, this is a classic joke. He said, never mind, I ain't gonna say it because my mama might be watching. Hey, mama. My mama watching, my mama keep telling me she said, son, you gotta clean it up. They gotta know you was in the church. You came up in the church. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I love my mama. So I'm gonna listen to her today. But tonight, I may make a dessert. Now, mama, you can't tune in to that. Chef Vonsean got things to do. You feel me? Huh? Because that's what I'm saying. I want you all to be able to, I'm trying to create a dialogue, so I want to be able to, after I hurry up with these cooking tutorials I'm trying to give you all, I'm gonna give you short snippets. I got this commercial that's you finna see. I'm waiting on Crazy Films to get up here so we can load it up, but it's done. He's did an amazing job. So be looking forward to it. It's done. It's a beautiful thing. It's just a matter of him coming up here because it's an 8 gig project. It's gonna take a little time to load up. But we got a commercial on the way. Yes, we do. And then also, like I said, you got your Chef Vonsean apparel. Be looking forward to me on that Roku channel. Because won't he do it? Won't he do it? All right, now look. So we was waiting on that grease to get ready for that those beef ribs. So I got enough grease in there. So let me, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you another reason why it was taking so long, because I needed to, let me use my Chef Vonsean mitt so I can move this grease. See, you gotta get you one of these. You gotta get you one. You know what I'm saying? Get you one. Huh? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? I said, what you doing, man? You moving fast, Chef Vonsean. I said, I got you, brother. All right. Now, you know what? Why that grease didn't get hot? Because I still had it on the other aisle. Slow. Anyway, but listen, but like I was saying though, make sure you get these mitts. You see how I just had to utilize my mitt to move the grease pot? See, you need Chef Vonsean in the kitchen with you. I am useful. Now what's going on? See, y'all know it always be something. Come on now. Come on, Dr. Saxophone. That's what I'm saying, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, now, all right, so we got that going. I know y'all like, man, get this going. Hurry up, brother. All right. You and Chef Vonsean, you know I got to keep you posted. I keep a few things going on. I'm going to be back in the trenches. I got a few things that I got to tune into down there. A few people ain't cutting up, you know. Got to see what's going on. But in the meantime, I'm going to utilize my tones because you just see me grab my apron. Watch me. Watch, because anytime somebody do something, I want you to call Chef Vonsean. I'm like, hey, Chef Vonsean, I see you touch that. See, wash your hands, wash your hands. Because, hey, if you're in the kitchen with me, anything you do. All right. That round of applause going. Yeah, so I'm going to do these beef ribs like a good old steak. I had them sitting in I already had them sitting in this marinade, and I put this good seasoning. I mean, I put a few different seasonings. I know I wish I would have sat there and showed you all, but I said, look, I'm gonna show you this, I'm gonna tell you about it. But I keep giving you all my secrets, because when you come to Chef Vonsean's kitchen and you come to my restaurant or food truck or both, I want you to be like, all right, Chef Vonsean, I done been already eating all your food. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Because you probably didn't wash your hands, and you know Chef Vonsean did. All right. Oh, how you doing, Miss Bankhead? How you doing, Miss Bankhead? Miss Dansburg, how you doing, beautiful queen? Miss Sheffield. Now listen. All right. You know what? Hey, now hold on. Turn this down. Miss Sheffield, I appreciate the love, queen. But listen to me, queen. When I'm done with this, it's a lot of, I try to read the comments, ma'am, and it's just a lot. I appreciate the love, queen, but it's a lot of energy, too much energy. Please don't do that, because it be too, that's just a lot. I mean, and then, like I said, I want to be able to tune in to everyone. I can't do it if you're putting way too many comments, queen. Love the energy, love the support, but I need to be able to, like, concentrate. It just be a lot, queen. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm just saying. Please, please, please understand, queen. Okay? So with these ribs, flip them on one side and then turn it on the other side. Please understand, queen, because it'd be a lot. All right? But I do appreciate the comments, but it just, I'm like, well, hold up, queen. But I appreciate it, okay? You just, hey. All right. So, yeah. So with I got beef ribs. I'm searing those off. So I'm already got them cooked on one side. Okay? I already got those cooking off on one side. So I'm gonna do it like a steak. I'm gonna sear it off on one side, get it nice and seared off, and I'm gonna keep flipping it, okay? Get all of them seared off, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven, so that way I don't make sure that it get all dried out trying to cook it on the stove. You wanna use a double cooking method. Indirect heat as well as direct heat. So right now, this is direct heat. This is directly sitting over fire. Once I put it in the oven, that is indirect. Oh, see what I'm saying? Check your oven. See, because I'm making you all some cabbage and forgot that I put some bacon in there. Oh, man, see what I'm saying? Chef outside, won't he do it? Won't he do it? But see, look, at least the bacon good and crispy. Look, won't he do it? See, I like to use aluminum foil because, yeah, to get mine crispy, but, man. So, be careful in the kitchen. See, things happen. Hey, things happen when we're in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean. We make up for it. Then also, I like to use aluminum foil because I can just grab it. Aluminum foil doesn't hold heat like that. So that's also, as you can see, this right out the oven. 350 degrees, and I just grabbed it. It's another reason sometimes I like to use aluminum foil when I'm utilizing products. Now, this would be the only time I say that you don't need a Chef Vonsean mitt, but you still need it for that hot grease. So you still need me in the kitchen, okay? Either way, go utilize a little bit of Chef Vonsean science. See? Did some of you all know that? How many of you all knew out there that you could just grab aluminum foil? Or do you think Chef Vonsean walk on water? No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. But no, seriously, how many of you all knew that you can just grab aluminum foil right out of the oven? Okay, so here, let me show you all what's going on now. So what I'm gonna do is, see how these are nice and seared? Like a good old steak, that's what I want. So now I'm gonna just turn them. Nice and seared. I'm just gonna turn them. These are beef ribs, ladies and gentlemen. Now I would have rather did some braised ones, like I said, with a red wine, but I didn't have any red wine. So I said, you know what? Mind you, we're going what we have in the kitchen. Now, if you all never had those are, I already threw away the wrapper, but those are country style beef ribs. So, yeah, I got that at Walmart, nowhere special. But yeah, I was surprised that they actually had something like that. And tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna make some oxtail soup. Oxtail soup. Yeah, some of you all like that whole oxtail dish. So I said, you know what? Hey, they've been asking about soup, asking about oxtail. I said, well, I'm gonna make oxtail soup. And for all that's just now tuning in, I had made some beef, some pizza puffs earlier from scratch. I soaked those in a tortilla shell, little meat filler, cheese. Stuck it in the freezer once I folded them, let them freeze, and then dipped them in some hot grease. All right. You with Chef Vonsean. So right now, all I'm finna do is to make sure I turn all of these, okay? You know, of course, well, I like to let them sit because you want to make sure they get the sear marks, okay? Want them to get nice and seared. So I'll be patient. I ain't in no rush. You know, how everybody doing out there? I can't even pronounce your name, but Ayala Solida HZ. I tried it, okay? I had to. Okay, listen, yes. Do baked macaroni go good with oxtail? Okay, yes. Do baked macaroni go good with oxtail soup? Probably not. I mean, mind you, when I want to go for a soup, I'm usually going for something lighter. Usually something that typically goes well with a soup would be maybe a sandwich, not something as heavy as macaroni. Queen, let me flip these. Let me flip these. All right, so yeah. How you doing, Tim Allen? How you doing, Tim Allen? Are you the, okay. I was wondering, did we go to school together, Tim? If we did, leave a comment, brother. All right, Jerona Coleman, hey, appreciate the love. Tatiana, you know I can't pronounce that. Now, I ain't gonna even attempt that, Queen. But at this point, I'm getting these all flipped over. As you can see, we got our sear marks over there. And from being patient, that's how we got these nice, good steak sear marks. And that black is called the caramelization effect. That's what happens whenever products have sugar in them. So anytime you have sugar inside of a product, or you utilize in different spices and herbs that have sugar in it, it also will create that blackness that comes around on your different meat. When you think it's burnt, it's actually the sugar, and it's called the caramelization effect. So that's what happens when you burn off sugar. It turns into caramel. For all that maybe didn't see my turtle from scratch tutorial, if you didn't, go back and look at it and you'll see how I made caramel. So I got those getting nice and seared off. What I'm gonna do from there is smack them in the oven, and then yeah. Ooh. There's always something with Chef Vonsean. So since I touched that, I'm gonna spray off my pan, wash my hands. As always, because in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean, you gotta wash your hands. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't wash your hands and make sure that you get your apparel so therefore you can be cooking in the kitchen with your favorite chef, Chef Vonsean. All right, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Yeah. See, I wanted to wait to the very end to where the ones that had that good seasoning at the top, because I knew those had a lot of sugar in it, some of those dry rubs. So, mind you, yeah. This is how we get good, nice sear marks on our steaks where it ain't burnt. Just nice, good, and seared off. I mean, now for all of you that like steak at different temperatures, this would be the ideal time that we will go ahead and check our internal temperatures. Hey, you know what? That'll be a good thing for us to do. Let me show you all why it's so important to check your internal temperatures. So we'll go with this thicker cut of meat, all right? So we're gonna stick our food thermometer in the middle of it, okay? The internal temperatures of this meat is 115 degrees, 114 degrees, okay? So from here, this is a good point, because from there, this is gonna be the ideal time that we determine how our steak gonna be. That's where we gotta make sure we regulate our internal temperatures, because now this is where the science comes in at. Okay, so if you look at your food thermometer pen, it'll tell you the different internal temperatures of even beef. So well done is 170 and medium is 160. So like medium rare, you get under like 145-ish, etc. So right now, I'm gonna smack it in the oven, and then mind you, I'll keep bringing it out of the oven and keep checking that internal temperature until they get about 5 or so degrees where I want it. And then at that point, it's ready for me to plate up and bring it out to the customer, because it's got what's called carryover cooking, okay? Carryover cooking. So like, for instance, when you all are at Applebee's or something and they bring you out the fajitas and I was still sizzling, that's because it's still cooking. And that's because of cast iron holds heat so well. Like that aluminum foil, how I was able to touch it because it didn't hold heat at all. So mind you, that's why it's good to invest in good pots and pans, which is Chef Vonsean gonna come up with too. So mind you, I got kitchen apparel as well as kitchenware that's gonna be coming out. But right now we got this kitchen apparel, so make sure you get your kitchenware so therefore you could be in the kitchen with your favorite chef, Chef Vonsean. Won't he do it? All right. So like I said, check your internal temperatures and make sure you go 5 degrees before that it's supposed to be at the doneness you want. So therefore the carryover temperatures can cook it out. And also by you letting it sit, the muscle, because it's cooking, it's tightened up. But when you let it sit, it relaxes. So that's what you want to be able to do. Just let it relax. Just relax. Okay? All right. Now, so we got that going. So for now, what I'm going to do is for it, since I ain't have any red wine, I'm finna just add a dab more Worcester sauce. Put a little more Worcester sauce in there, and then add some, I use my knuckle. I'm gonna use some of this granulated beef seasoning. This granulated beef seasoning to beef it up a little bit, because mind you, and then I'm gonna put an aluminum foil over it, because I want this to be tender. Because right now, I mean, it was actually real tender when I put it inside it. Already, this is a nice cut of meat. This is actually beef rib. It's already nice. But I want this to get more tender. So I'm gonna bake it off in the oven, and instead of just leaving it dry, I wanna be able to, you know, have some moisture. Because anytime you're using an indirect cooking method, it's always good to have a little moisture in there, so therefore it can be tender. Because even if you like smoking your meat on a smoker or whatever, you have a little water in there, because if not, it'll dry out. Just like with anything. So at this point, basically all I did was take some Worcester sauce, some of this granulated beef seasoning, some water. Would have been actually ideal was just me put this marinade in there, which is what I'm finna do. Won't he do it? Because I was just finna do a whole bunch of seasonings and explain all of that. But guess what? I'll be just going from somewhere else, so I just might as well go with the seasoning that I've already been doing. Won't he do it? Speed that process up. So with that being said, smack some aluminum foil on there. Smack some aluminum foil on there. Get it in the oven. Smack some aluminum foil on there, get it in the oven. Okay, so, I mean, that's simple. Okay, so, bow. Now to the roasted potatoes. Let me wash my hands real quick. I know y'all like Chef Vonsean. Your hands gotta be ashy. Well, that's good. If that's the case, I'd rather them be that way instead of just making sure that they're dirty, because I want to make sure when I serve you this food, it's served with love. Won't he do it? And make sure, like I say, get your Chef Vonsean aprons and your Chef Vonsean apparel. Use your knuckles. All right. So with the, excuse me, let me get this out of my way. So with these potatoes, what I'm gonna do is, put a little olive oil in there. Now, this would be a good time to show you something. Look at these big, huge chunks, right? So mind you, we got these little chunks, then we got these big chunks. These are gonna cook off apparently more so quicker than these, which is why you wanna make sure your knife cuts are what they are, spot on. Because you wanna make sure that you're trying to cook for that same consistency to go throughout your product, because if not, then hey, let me cut off a few of these big ones. They're too big. I'm sorry about that, but hey, won't he do it? All right, so Yeah, that was a good idea scenario. Put a little bit more of this olive oil over there. All right. Ooh, that was a lot of olive oil. All right, but won't he do it? All right, so of course I'm gonna add me some black pepper, as always. Go with my holy trinity, which is black pepper, sea salt, accent salt. Always they accentuate the situation. I like to accentuate the situation. Garlic powder. Ooh. Didn't anticipate on that. Little onion powder. But garlic powder, I love garlic anyway. I was gonna add minced garlic to it, but hey, since it was a little bit more than I anticipated, I won't go crazy. Now, add me a little bit of rosemary and thyme. I'm just gonna break it up. Because I've been using quite a bit of it. It's not as fresh as it was, so it's starting to get dried. It's starting to become like what you all get at the store. So it's not as potent, but it's still got that kick that I'm going for. Honey, do it. Yeah, so just a little rosemary. I'm gonna add a little thyme to it as well. Give me a little fresh thyme as well. But after so much time, these don't have that much of a long shelf like the stuff in your cabinet. So you want to make sure, you know, if it's starting to get dry, if it's bad, these go bad as well. You may have to throw them out, okay? All right, let me get this going. So that's rosemary and thyme as well to give it another kick. And then I'm just gonna toss it up in here real good. I'm glad I had enough olive oil so that way I don't have to worry about everything not being coated. Everything is gonna be very coated at this point. Only do it. Only do it. All right, that's what I was going for. I want them potatoes to be nice and coated. Coated. Nice and coated. I'm trying to explain this to, hey, this is a process, okay? Potatoes, okay? You want to make sure these potatoes is nice and good, okay? Let me show you all what's going on. So like I said, they're nice and coated. All right, so now they're ready to go in the oven. So, hey, Miss Yanni, make sure I do not forget what's in the oven, okay? You always keep me on point, so make sure that I do not forget what's in the oven, all right? All right, it's Chef Vonsean. Make sure you all get that apparel as well. Let me get this out the way. Now, on to this cabbage. I know y'all like, man, what's going on? Now it's time for the cabbage. Oh, let me go ahead and let me get this grease going. You know what, actually, see, this right here is called fond, okay? All of this at the bottom of the skillet is called fond. So if I want to make sauces, if I want to make gravy, if I want to play with different things, you want this. This is, I know you all be like, how you get this off there? This is how. So for me, I would either throw some chicken stock in it, let it cook it off, or the wine, or both. Mind you, usually it'll be both. So if I want to make a sauce, I would do it. If I want to make a gravy, then I'll add some milk and at this point and season. Well, I shouldn't have to season it up because there's a lot of season that's packed into this fond. It's called fond. Okay, so like even now, since I'm gonna make this cabbage, this probably would be actually real good for me to do. But this has that a lot of different beef seasonings that I'm not wanting to go with because I'm utilizing turkey bacon. Okay, so we're gonna get us another cutting board, use our knuckles, okay? Use a rag. You wanna make sure you got a rag under your cutting board so that way your cutting board isn't moving around, okay? All right, so the first thing I wanna do is cut up this onion. Cut up this onion so I can get it going. I'm trying to be on the fly. I'm cooking y'all a lot of things. Usually these videos take me a little longer because I'm trying to walk you through every single thing and just stay with Chef Vonsean tonight, please. I've already started a little late because I was already on the phone with a Zoom call and, you know, business. I try to explain to them, hey, I got to get to my people now. They say, all right, but you got to take care of this. I say, I understand, but they anticipating Chef Vonsean giving them the latest news in the kitchen or in the trenches. I can't let them down. You know, so I'll talk to y'all later. These my people. They know me. I don't know y'all. See what I'm saying? These people try to control you. You can't control not Chef Vonsean. You want me boxing in. That's why it's called the Chef Vonsean Experience. It's a reason for that. That's what the lady told me. She said, look, first we was just going to give you a little cooking show because we know you can cook. But she said, well, after watching you, oh, no. She said, you know, when you're in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean, that's an experience. I said, you call it? Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Won't he do it? Because that's exactly what it is. This is an experience. Experience of a lifetime. That's why you make sure you get that apparel so you can be in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean. I may even send you kits with cologne and bow ties and, ooh, see, be careful. Chef Vonsean just, went deep. You gotta be careful. I'm trying to talk to y'all about my apparel. Y'all done made me cut myself all up. All right, wanna do it? But listen, that's why you gotta be careful with your knife, because they go like, man, Chef Vonsean, is you hurt? I'm over here hurt too. I did cut myself too, not paying attention. Luckily, it just cut my nail though. Ooh. Nah, it just scraped me. Messing with you. I'm all right. I'm all right. Somebody call the doctor. Now, let's get this going. So I'm gonna set my temperatures at medium-high heat. Get this grease in there. Give me some, actually, you know what? That grease, although it looks burned, I'm still gonna use some of that grease because I'm sure. See, it's just the fact that it's not that it's burned, it's the fact that it had all that stuff. Well, this wouldn't be a good idea to show you this black spoon, but it's really from all the stuff that's at the bottom of it, for real. That's what it really is. So let me put some of this. This right here is peanut oil. This is also why I want to use it. This is peanut oil. I've been typically cooking only like chicken and things like in it, so it already has like a chicken sort of flavor to it. So that's why I would want to use that grease as opposed to just some olive oil. You know, so yeah, that's going to be very ideal for me to use. Let my grease heat up. The good thing about it is I got my bacon nice and crispy the way that I want it. So what I'm going to do is throw these onions in there, saute them off, and while I'm sauteing them off, I'm going to cut up this cabbage and season this up, doctor it up. And then let me show you why that grease is heating up, what we're going to go ahead and put in our cabbage. All right. So as always, we're going to go with some sea salt. We're going to go with some sea salt, ground black pepper. We're going to go with some onion powder, the little bit that we got left. Garlic powder, smoked paprika, some seasoned salt. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use any seasoning salt because I'm going to go with this Creole seasoning. And so therefore it has enough salt in it. And then I always use a little bit of my accent, you know, just to accentuate it, just a tad, okay? So, and then also I'm going to utilize some apple cider vinegar as well as brown sugar. Brown sugar just to knock off a little bit of that saltiness if it get over there. But then also, depending on who I'm cooking for, I'm going to use a little cayenne too. A little cayenne pepper to kick it up a notch. So that's what I'm saying. So right now we letting that grease get good and hot. It shouldn't take too long because mind you, that grease was already piping hot from the beginning. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. All right. Yeah, that grease. Usually I would like for my grease to be more hotter before I would put these onions in, but I'd rather put them in now so that way the grease can extract some of that onion flavor out. So even if the grease does taste a little bit burned, that onion will knock it out because it's going to have a little taste of onion inside that grease now. So it's going to be onion flavored grease. See, it's always science in the kitchen with Chef Vonsean. So that's what happens whenever you utilize different things. Mind you, if I put rosemary and thyme in there and I put it inside some oil, it would be infused from that product. So it just all depends on what it is. So, you know, that's just how that works. So, oh yeah, while we got that going on, I might as well get my cabbage cut up. So, the ideal way to cut up your cabbage is this. First thing first, rinse it off. Me, not only do I like to rinse it off, I also just like to go ahead and take that first layer off because I don't know. I mean, I'm just real iffy about the things I know been laying around in the ground, been pesticides and all that. So usually hopefully didn't nothing, you know, factors of the world didn't get inside those other leaves. But I went ahead and cut it off. So once again, the ideal thing for me to do with this would be to cut it right down the middle. Cut it right down the middle like so. Okay, yeah. All right, so look. So, cut it down the middle like so. I don't like that white part that's in the back of it because it's always be hard for me to get it to cook off. So, I like to just cut it out the way. So, since now it's not all, it's cut flat, so now I have a better space for me to be able to cut. So, what I'm going to do, just like the onion, I'm going to cut like here and come around so that way when I come back around, I can dice it. You see? Y'all can't see. Well, I'm gonna show you in a minute. You're gonna get an idea whenever I show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you can see this. So I just came around like that. You know, cutting them like this. So that way when I come back around and spin it, and I cut it back around, now I get them to be diced. Okay? That's the way I can also make sure that they're uniform cuts, and that way they also all cook off evenly. Your knife cuts is important. It's not just about trying to make it fancy, it's about being able to cook it off quickly. Cook it off quickly and also evenly. So that's ideal. So let me throw that in there. All right. All right. That cabbage going. Now who gonna help me clean up? I got cabbage falling, cabbage everywhere. One thing about cabbage, this stuff get a little bit of everywhere. Who gonna help Vonsean clean up the kitchen? Y'all always say, who over there eating that food with you? Okay, well who over there cleaning the kitchen? Ain't nobody asked me that question. Not one time. All the questions, they like, who over there eating that food with you? Don't worry, I mean, worry about who cleaning the kitchen. Huh? Ain't nobody eating this food, giving it to the homeless. Gotta give back. Them same people, that's why I be in the trenches. That's what I do in my spare time. Go back to the trenches and get back to my people. That's what I do with all that food if you really want to know. But you know I can't eat it all, it's just me. It's just little Chef Vonsean. Chef Vonsean. But we're going to change that. Because now I'm be on the Roku channel with Smile World TV. Now I got some family, y'all. Got the family taking care of me. Smile World TV. Lexi Williams. We ain't even related. I said, but since you got the same last name as me, hey, Queen. Won't he do it? All right. So, let's see. At this point, yeah. Oh, see, Miss Johnny, you ain't said nothing about checking what's in the oven. But it's okay. The beef ribs are all right. They get nice and tender. So what I'm going to do from here is this. I'm going to go ahead and let my cabbage cook off. Let me see. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let my cabbage cook off. Let this cabbage cook off. Season it up. I'm going to go ahead and, actually, I'm going to let you all see the season I'm going to put in it right now. I'm going to definitely go ahead. I'm going to go a little hard with this Tony's. This Tony, I don't know how to spell. Man. Got my man. Woo. Man. See, this got cayenne and pepper in it. But yeah, it just went in my throat. Woo. Yeah, I'm gonna use a little bit more of this on the side. Woo. Yeah. Won't he do it? Things happen, okay? Oh, man. All right, hit it with some accent. All right. Garlic powder. Black pepper. What do we got? Oh, smoked paprika. This will add some smoke in this. If you all are not familiar with smoked paprika, you gotta get from the. Ooh, I can't make this. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Won't he do it? But I'm turning to the side. You know, I'm not coughing over your food, but hey, it happens. Okay? Especially when you're dealing with spices. So, now, oh yeah, now would be a good idea, time for me to add some of the apple cider vinegar. And I'm gonna also add some hot sauce in there as well. Just to go with the acidity. Just for that. Also, I'm gonna add some chicken granulated bouillon. I used beef earlier. Now we're going with a little chicken. We're gonna go with a little chicken in this chicken granulated bouillon. Oh, let me throw some of this minced garlic in there. All right, throw some minced garlic in there. Ooh, the spices got me. Oh yeah, some of this brown sugar. Now cabbage already has a lot of moisture in it, so I don't have to add no water. I'm just gonna go ahead and smack my lid on top of it, and then that way it's gonna cook itself off, and then the moisture from the cabbage is what's gonna be able to, it's gonna cook it inside its own moisture as well as these spices. And a little bit of that oil, that onion oil that we made earlier. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? So yeah, make sure you all tune in so you can get that Chef Vonsean apparel, the kitchenware. We're doing aprons, hats, mitts, knives, cologne. We got a few things that's going on, but be looking forward to seeing me on your local Roku TV, that's Smile World TV, and then also tune into my Chef Vonsean YouTube channel. Go in there, check me out. I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to stay in tune. I'm either in the trenches or in the kitchen. Either way it goes, you're going to get the latest news. Because Chef Vonsean, won't he do it? Won't he do it? And you say Joe Wayne and put some respect on it.